April 7, 1945. A lone P-51 Mustang soars above a large formation of B-24 bombers, droning into the German heartland. The Mustang pilot, Lieutenant Richard Candelaria, is the first to arrive on station above the bombers. The rest of the squadron is lost in thick cloud cover below.
I had gotten to the rendezvous point about 3 or 4 minutes before the rest of the squadron got there. They said, we'll be there in 2 or 3 minutes.
Candelaria keeps his eyes outside the cockpit, scanning the sky. The D-model Mustangs featured a bubble-type canopy that greatly improved visibility over previous models.
With the D model, you can look all over the place. You have great visibility because the radar of a Mustang is your eyes.
At 7 o'clock low, the young lieutenant spots something.
First, I saw what looked like specks getting bigger, and then I realized they were ME-262s because they were coming fast. I'd seen them before, I had chased them before, but had never been able to catch one.
The ME-262 is the world's first operational jet fighter. It's a quantum leap in technology that points to the future of air combat. The 262 is over 100 miles per hour faster, more heavily armed, with a faster rate of climb. But the slower Mustang can outturn the 262, and it had a higher service ceiling, altitude, that Mustang pilots could convert to speed. The ME-262s are here, closing fast on the bombers. Candelaria is here, a lone Mustang against 2 jets.
The only thing I could do to stop them was to run head-on into them.
Candelaria wings over and dives. His Mustang accelerates past 450 miles per hour. Its Merlin engine howls. He barrels toward the enemy jets, head on. Candelaria angles for a shot, but the Germans surprise him.
The rate of closure was really great, and they did something that I didn't expect. They nosed down slightly, not a great deal, but slightly, but it threw me off because I couldn't line up on them.
Candelaria must do something.
They were going to go below me, so at that point I still had my external tanks on them. So I jettisoned them, hoping that maybe I'd be able to hit them with the tanks.
The German jets brake hard left to dodge, forcing them to change course away from the bombers. Candelaria has created a brief window in which he can reverse direction and go on the attack.
They rolled over and did a split S.
Altitude converts to airspeed.
I came down, then pulled up. By that time I had about 490, maybe 500 miles an hour.
Candelaria's split S positions him inside his enemy's turn. He's able to pull lead as the jets bank right toward the bombers. Candelaria squeezes the trigger.
It looked like something sparkled right behind the cockpit, and the right engine started to belch out smoke, black smoke. So I knew I'd hit it at least in the engine.
The stricken jet dives beneath the clouds. Candelaria is uncertain if he's killed the 262, but he doesn't have time to think about it.
As I started to level off, I saw something like glowing tennis balls going by my right wing. My crew chief had put some little round mirrors on the top of the canopy, and when I looked up in the mirror, I saw the nose right behind me.
As Candelaria focused on the leader, the enemy wingman slid in on his 6 o'clock.
I broke left, hard left, because the bombers were on my right. So if they were going to chase me, they'd be going away from the bombers.
An explosive 30mm cannon shell strikes Candelaria's right wing. The Mustang bucks, but he holds the turn. The German jet can't turn with the Mustang and quickly overshoots.
So I just broke to the right to try to get on him, and he was just going way too fast.
The German jet effortlessly pulls beyond reach. It dives away from the fight. Candelaria is wounded, but far from broken. Outnumbered by the most advanced fighters of World War II, he and his Mustang have won the dogfight. The skies around him are quiet as he climbs back toward the B-24s, the calm before the storm.
All of a sudden, out of this cloud bank, I saw a whole bunch of aircraft.
Candelaria is here. He's got 15 German Me-109s below him, heading up toward the Liberators. Once again, Richard Candelaria is the only one that stands in their way. He throttles up, hurtling into the dogfight. The American targets the group leader. Candelaria maneuvers for a shot.
I was trying to pull lead on him. I found out that I wasn't going to be able to, because in order to do that, I'd have been heading toward the bombers.
Any stray round could hit a big friend. Candelaria can't risk it. He decides instead to pass underneath the German and reverse vertically, giving him an angle clear of friendly aircraft.
I went right on past underneath him, under his left wing, came back up.
Candelaria yanks the stick back. An excruciating 6G pull. The 109 opens up on the B-24s, lobbing cannon shells at long range. One of the engines on the closest bomber is blown out.
I came back and started to get on his tail. That's when he started his maneuvering.
The 109 dodges Candelaria.
He was making a fool out of me. Every time I'd try to get the gun sight on him, he'd do something fancy, and I'd go sailing past him to one side or the other.
The other 109s hang back, allowing their skilled leader to dispatch the American. The lethal ballet continues. The 109 pulls left and begins a tight loop.
He rolled over on his back, and I was just under him, and we started turning, trying to outturn each other, and I could look up and see him, and he could look down and see me.
Candelaria will chop his power and kick hard rudder to swing the P-51's nose around directly onto the 109's tail. If Candelaria stalls, he will fall out of the sky, becoming an easy mark for his enemy.
I pulled back as hard as I could, just above the stall. As I did that, I loosened the pressure and kicked the rudder, and the 51 just slid around almost behind him.
Candelaria skids past the German.
I was not able to track him. The gun sight was a little too slow, so I just winged it, you might say. I just figured that's where he's going to be, and I squeezed the trigger. When he started belching out smoke, he went barreling down. I went down after him. Then I saw him bail out. The canopy came off, and he went into the woods and crashed.
It's a hard-fought victory,